Nana-Kofu, Kufor. It's a long Ghanaian name, but I just go by Kofi.
What does it mean? Does it mean
Nana means like chief or elder. Kofi means a child born on Friday, and Danko is my dad's name.
Okay.
So yeah, but I just go by Kofi. It's a long. In college, I write plays as well, but working in college, and I was speaking to one of my students the other day, and she said, "Where do I put my nationality?" And she's Ghanaian, but she's like mixed race, and she was like, "I don't really see myself as white," and I was like, "That's quite an interesting way of looking at it, because you mix." But for me personally, I say I'm Ghanaian English.
Where and like when were you born?
So I was born July, I don't know why this is like a trick question, July 26, 1991 in Stepping Hill. Which is
Stepping Hill, just around the corner.
Yeah.
How did your parents come to be in Stockport?
So my dad originally came from university years and years ago. They lived in
Manchester Uni or?
I'm not sure. Yeah, he did. He went to Manchester University, and then they lived in Harper Hay. If you know Moston.
No, I don't.
It's I used to work there. It's a nice area, but it's very, very like. It's a proper like working class area, very white working class area, especially when they moved there. So there's a lot of them in one house. My mum hates this story, me telling this story, but there's a lot of them in one house. Aunties, uncles, all that stuff share the house. Yeah. And my eldest sister, who is 30, she's going to hate me saying it, 34 now, I think. When she was a kid, they lived in Moston. Cool. And one day she came back, she must have been about 3. She came back and she was pretending to smoke something because she'd seen the other kids do it, the older ones. And my dad was like, "We got to get out of here, we got to get out." And he took all the money they had, everything they had, and bought a house. She was smoking? Yeah, no, because she was pretending to smoke because she'd seen other people doing it. He's like, "We got to get out of here." And everything they had together, they put together, and they bought a house in Romiley. So that was the trigger for them moving from Moston to Stockport? Yeah, to Stockport. Was like, we need to go somewhere else because it's just not going to work. Because of the influences? Yeah.
Wow, that's like pretty deep.
Yeah.
You know, and all that time your sister was just pretending like it wasn't even real.
Yeah, but she was copying their actions and she was learning things from them. So
what was it like growing up here and things like that? Tell me about that, like as a kid,
a
baby.
Looking back on it, I think it was enjoyable, but it was a weird, because you don't realise you're different. I always tell the story and people laugh and some people are like, "Oh, that's really sad." And when I was a kid, we were throwing things like little mud at people's windows. It was stupid. It was a very immature thing to do. But it must have been about 6 or 7, and it must have been about 8 or 9 of us. And I was the only black one, obviously. And obviously. And when we got in trouble, the guy was he couldn't pick which one of us had done it. So he said, "But I know the black one was there." And everyone looked around and no one knew what that meant.
Yeah.
So that was the first time when I went home, my dad had a conversation with me to explain that you're not the same as everyone else here.
How old were you when that happened?
I think it was about 8 maybe.
8.
Yeah.
And you're already sort of being like othered at such a young age.
Yeah. Do you know what? I had this teacher. Everyone has one teacher, don't they? Everyone has one.
I agree.
I think I've had 4 of those teachers, maybe 5. But in college I had 3. And they were all my film studies teachers throughout the years. But the main one was a woman called Julia Wilde, and she was the one that I think she was the first. More than English, I remember I gave her some work and she read it and she said to me, "When you win your first BAFTA, I want you to I want you to say my name and say thank you." And I was laughing and she was deadly serious. She was like, "When you win your first BAFTA, I want you to say thank you. I want you to say, no." And
everybody needs a teacher like that.
Yeah, and I remember thinking, do you know what? If she can back it, if she can say, "Do you know what, I think you can do it," then I can do it. And I just said, "You know what, I'm just going to do it."
Cool. It's that one person's belief, do you know what I mean? Instills belief in yourself.
And then I had 2 other film studies teachers, Harvey and Steve as well. Stephen, that were great.
I like that you remember their names 10 years on.
Oh, 100%. I still keep in touch with them. I still keep in touch with those guys. And so for my writing, I was taking experiences from what I had seen and not really put myself in it. And then I was like, actually, I've got so many cousins, I've got so many people I just see, I've got so many aunties. Like I need to be putting in the culture I grew up with, and the language and the food and the sights and the smells, and I need to embrace it more. And so I think when you saw my play, you could see 100%. That it was like 2 parts of me being like, my voice will be heard like everyone else's. And if you don't want to hear it, I'll shout a bit louder, and then you listen, do you know what I mean? Yeah.